You know, folks, for those of us who seriously fly airplanes and helicopters in the pitch dark, we all know how important it is to know the left wing from the right wing. And blinking lights may look great to the spectator, but it is more difficult for the pilot to see what is going on, especially if your plane disappears every 5 feet, then reappears somewhere else in 5 feet. It's only logical that it's better to have steady wingtip lights. Well, the Blade MCX2 is a great flying helicopter, but especially in my garage, it's difficult to tell what's going on with all the blinking lights. So here's how I steadied mine. Many can do it with all the Christmas lights flashing, which is great for show, but for me as a pilot, I like scale, easy to see lights, and because my light setups are rarely crash in the dark, as many can attest to. The reason for the FAA standard green right wing, left red wing is so other pilots flying can tell whether the other plane is coming or going. RC pilots on the ground also need to see those colors in order to fly safely. So this is how it looks with the blinking lights, and you can see it's pretty confusing. You know, the AMA has strict night flying rules on the lights, so your liability coverage remains effective. You know, it's still amazing after all these years that manufacturers who put lights on their models still don't do them to scale colors. At least the Blade MCX2 has the red and green and tail light right. We're not flying in these things, so they should be scale, not blinking, not looking like Christmas tree lights. So I'm going to show you how the Blade MCX2 now flies without all the blinking lights with my modification. But first, here's how I switched mine. I could easily put in a micro switch to alternate it between steady lights and blinking lights, but I really want to be able to see mine at all times, especially flying in the garage. So here I'm going to show you how I made the simple hardwire mod for FAA steady lights. Okay, well, since the LEDs, the blinking LEDs inside the canopy here do not have the actual blinker circuit on them, it's on the circuit board inside. So in order to stop the blinker, you have to take and simply cut this orange wire. That's your ground for the whole setup. You want to keep the blinking tail light, so I leave that. Go over here to the other side and solder that orange wire that was connected here straight across. That's direct power and it won't blink. However, your tail light will still blink. Note, you'll need to lengthen the orange wire about 1 inch, as I found out when I went to reassemble the tail section and the wire wouldn't reach. So here's how it should look. Now this is proper. We've got the red blinking tail, right is green, left is red. That's going to be a whole lot easier to see. So let's go ahead and take it around and you'll see the difference. Here we go. See, I can definitely tell when the right side is green, the left side is red. It's not blinking. I can get pretty far away, still tell which way I'm going by my lights, as you see. Turn around again, coming back, green light, red light. So maybe your preference is different than mine, but me, I like the steady lights and tell what's going on all the time. So there's a little how-to video for you folks from Mr. Herbert's science class. So please read the description box below, and also you can refer to my night flying article in the February 1991 Model Airplane News magazine. It was the first article ever written on night flying, and yep, that's me on the cover. I had already been flying for 8 years in the pitch dark, and we learned all the tricks before I actually wrote the article, and so it was based on experience, not armchair pilot comments. So again, this is just simply to help it make it easier to fly your Blade or helicopter in the dark. And this wasn't even dark. You should try it with the lights totally out. Alright, let's get out there and do some night flying.